Now, I had all these people on the left. I had them all attacking me a couple days ago, which is fine. I don't care. I'm down for the fight. Once again, it does not matter to me. I will continue to do this podcast. I will say what I want to say. It is what it is. YouTube can kick me off. I still have Rumble I can go to. I still have Parler I can go to because I already downloaded the app before the Apple took it off the App Store. And if that happens, if they somehow make me not able to do it, I have money where I will take my money in the free market and I will go buy a new phone so that I can get on Parler and I can get the word out because the tech oligarchs will not allow me to do so. So when I come through and I am posting multiple pictures of purging going on Twitter as well as Facebook censorship, okay? Now, all these people that were so willing to comment and felt it was their obligation and their civic duty to comment on my post and really cared so much about my misinformation that I'm coming out with because I'm a conspiracy theorist, they cared so much about that. But then suddenly now when I put up if I had to think, maybe 6 or 7 different people are commenting on my post. When I go and I put up all these different things that are happening to conservatives, and there's violations of the First Amendment, and these are constitutional violations, these are Bill of Rights violations, basic human rights endowed by your creator violations, you would think that there should be some sort of bipartisan agreement that it's never good, no matter who it is, it's never good when it is something, especially if it's something that's not an illegal act. I'm not committing sedition. I'm not telling people to go commit violence on my Facebook or on my Twitter. You would think shutdowns of conservative voices by old school liberals would be enraged with something like that. This new school liberal age doesn't care. The progressive class likes when I get shut down. When I post things, I get nothing. I get nothing from them, with the exception of 1 out of the 7 people. And if you're listening, you know who you are, and I greatly appreciate it. The only person that actually liked or did something to interact with my post, the only person that it looks like they actually, he may disagree with me, which I'm fine with, but he at least respects free speech. Unlike the other 6 hack jobs that commented and had something to say, and then suddenly, oh look, conservatives are getting shut down. They're in the back laughing. They think it's great. They think it's fantastic. They're smirking. They're doing their little evil palms together. They like the idea of Republicans or conservatives getting shut down by the tech oligarchs, and then they'll fall back on, oh, well, you guys like free business, right? This is free business. It's not free business. This is not protected under the First Amendment, taking down certain speech. This is the difference between being a platform or being a publisher. Twitter originally was a platform, and we enacted Section 230 to protect them from liability, people putting things out on Twitter, from Twitter getting sued. They Democrats wrote it up. A guy named Ron Wyden wrote it up. He's a Democrat senator from Oregon. They screwed up big time. They should have never passed through, because any content that is considered otherwise objectionable, meaning any content that you don't like, can just be taken right down with some sort of protection. It is an unconstitutional mandate, Section 230. It is not constitutional because we turned platforms into publishers, but we still gave them the same defense or the same liability protection as a platform would have. But now they're also publishers, because once you start deleting people's content, you are now a publisher, especially when you're deleting people's content and there's nothing illegal about it. If it's just an opinion that you do not like and you disagree with, now what you are doing is you are actively being a publisher, and your liability immunity as being a platform is stripped away from you. So there needs to be a huge lawsuit. Essentially, that's what needs to happen. There needs to be conservative pundits need to come out like wildfire, like crazy, and just sue all of these platforms. And we need a constitutional revision. I don't know if we really don't need a constitutional revision, because the First Amendment's right there. We just need the court system to rule on it. And now, considering the Senate is 50-50, they have a majority with the vice president as the president of Senate, and the Congress, they have a slim majority as well, and they also have the presidency. We're not going to see anything coming up to attempt to protect free speech, which is disappointing, because we had all these years of the Trump administration where our Republican officials really screwed us on this one for sure. But yeah, I just greatly appreciate everybody that had to make comments, and then when conservatives get shut down, they're happy about it because they don't really like free speech. They don't like differing views or differing opinions or objective views, anything that objects to the normalcy that is perpetuated in the media. They do not like the idea of that, so they enjoy when I get taken down or when other conservatives do, because then they don't have to defend their opinions because they don't have conviction and they don't actually really believe in their opinions, and they don't have to defend them. It's easy for them because they usually don't have to defend their opinions because they live in an echo chamber reverberation fantasy world. So that's currently what's going on Facebook.